Well, hello and welcome. I am Aishwarya Kapoor and you are watching The Burning Question. Let's begin with the headlines first. 247 detentions in PFI crackdown across several state viewers. Operation Octopus gathers team. With more proof, staring at PFI, agencies build a watertight case. Ban likely soon. Kerala Transport Department seeks compensation from PFI for vandalism. Will PFI pay up rupees 5 crore? In a 9-page report submitted by Vadra Congress, the High Command gives clean chit to Ashok Gehlot over revolt but blames the MLAs. A Mumbai Hindu woman was allegedly killed by her Muslim husband for refusing to wear burqa. Investigation is underway, viewers. Well, hello and welcome. I am Aishwarya Kapoor and this is The Burning Question, viewers. As I said, a lot of channels today are discussing what's happening on Congress. Well, as I said, what's there? Because what's happening is that the Congress is fighting within. It's combusting. All of this should have happened earlier, and this for the betterment of the Congress party. Now let's talk about the topic. Let's talk about the topic which connects you and me. Every Indian, 1.4 billion households, that is of PFI. And how does it connect? I'll tell you. In the NIA remand copy, the NIA says to the NIA court in Kerala that PFI is an organization, and this is to everyone today who is going to be either watching this debate or debating it, to understand that you are talking about an organization about which the agency NIA says it tries to send our youth of India, in the garb of saying jobs overseas, and connect them with terrorist organizations, LET, ISIS and Al-Qaeda. This is not about Hindu-Muslim. This is about working against your own country. That is this all about, and if sources are to be believed, PFI is going to be banned soon. Let there be no doubt. But the work of Operation Octopus, which is being micromanaged and implemented by the NSA and looked overall by the Home Minister himself, is not over. On the contrary, only 60%, Sushil Pandit, Dr. Vikram Singh, former DGP of the UP, only 60% of operation is over. They want to deconstruct the nexus of PFI. Just by banning an organization like Simi was banned, another organization crops up. You need to decriminalize, deconstruct their network, and in a way that they are unable to come back again, because this is an organization which has a well-versed network in 22 states of India. It's a well-knit web. Are you understanding, viewers? Network of recruitment, network of money laundering, network of sending our youth to terror organizations. So whoever thinks that raids are done, 260 something detained, it's done. No, it's not done. Only 60%. That's what my sources are telling me. 72 from Karnataka, 57 from UP, 32 from Delhi, 43 from Maharashtra, 25 from Assam, 21 from Madhya Pradesh, 15 from Gujarat. Is just 60%. 60%. So for all of those who are going to come with a counter that ban it, yes, the government is going to ban it, that's what we are being told. But then our sources also say, by just putting a tagline and issuing a red note, ban, it doesn't suffice. What we need to do is to completely bring such anti-India organizations to stand still. And for that, work is in progress. That's the debate. But first, the special report.
Slogans protests, violence. The crackdown on the radical organization PFI continues, with fresh raids across 8 states, including Karnataka, Assam, Delhi, Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, and Kerala. In the second swoop down of Operation Lotus, as many as 247 PFI activists have been detained across India for allegedly promoting enmity between communities. Of these, 43 were detained in Maharashtra, 72 in Karnataka, and 44 in Uttar Pradesh. In Maharashtra, while the Aurangabad ATS and police have already detained 14 PFI members and are interrogating them, the government asserted that strict action would be taken against those involved in anti-national activities.
देश विरोधी तत्व जो है उसको जड़ से उखाड़ने का काम हमारी सरकार गृह विभाग करेगी। इस राज्य में और देश में पाकिस्तान के जिंदाबाद के नारे किसी को भी लगाने का अधिकार नहीं और ये सहन भी नहीं किया जाएगा।
देखिए, जो भी चीजें यहाँ पर हो रही है वो सारी नियम के अनुसार, कायदे के अनुसार हो रही है। जो सरकार के पास पिछले 2-3-5 सालों से लगातार इसकी तफ्तीश चल रही है, उसमें जिस प्रकार के एविडेंस आए उन एविडेंस के आधार पर यह कार्रवाई चल रही है। इसके ऊपर एजेंसीज सही वक्त पर पूरा खुलासा करेगी।
In Karnataka, cops raided the residences of PFI leaders in 6 districts: Chamarajanagar, Bagalkot, Bidar, Vijaypura, Chitradurga, and Mangaluru. At least 7 PFI workers were detained in Bagalkot, while other named Karim was held in Bidar. And while crackdown in Uttar Pradesh continues, the Deputy Chief Minister vowed to deal with the anti-social elements with an iron fist.
पीएफआई के नेटवर्क को पूरी तरह से ध्वस्त कर किया जा रहा है। पूरी प्रदेश में सतर्कता बढ़ा दी गई है। लोग सर्विलांस में हैं। हम किसी भी स्थिति में उत्तर प्रदेश में गैरकानूनी गतिविधियों को अनुमति नहीं देंगे। हम कड़ी कार्रवाई करेंगे।
As crackdown on the PFI, codenamed Operation Lotus, goes on and the demand to ban the radical outfit grows, it needs to be seen if the government will finally ban the organization. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
Well, viewers, the fact of the matter remains that Operation Octopus is not over. It's ongoing. 60% done. But how can, and I say, I have with me first Sushil Pandit, columnist and social activist, live from Delhi. Dr. Vikram Singh, former DGP of Uttar Pradesh, live from Lucknow. Sujata Pandey, political analyst, live from Mumbai. Akil Khan is joining in within the next few seconds. Khaliqur Rahman I have, live from Hyderabad. And Professor D.K. Giri. Khaliqur Rahman, Professor D.K. Giri and Akil Khan as he joins in. Can you please tell me, Khaliqur Rahman, why are you defending the PFI and why are you opposing the action of the government, which is just, and I repeat, just 60% over, 40% still left on the PFI? At the end of the day, do you want me to repeat what is mentioned in the remand copy of the NIA? If you want, I will repeat. Khaliqur Rahman, I will repeat. If you want. The NIA remand copy, you know what it said.
Can I come in? I mean,
spreading terror through social media platforms ignored, sending our youth to ISIS, and Khaliqur Rahman, you are defending them. How and why? Please tell me.
Who said I am defending? I mean, did I at any point of
no? I'm asking.
At any point? No. That's what I'm telling you. At any point of time, did I say that the PFI should not be banned? Are the activities which are being carried out by the PFI?
Then I would want to listen from your mouth, Khaliqur Rahman, that you are opposing the PFI. You are opposing every anti-India organization. I want to hear it from your mouth and Professor D.K. Giri's mouth. I really want to hear from you today. Khaliqur Rahman, hence I'm coming to you first.
Absolutely. I have been coming into your debate for the last so many years, and every time, whenever I speak on the PFI, I've always urged the government of India to ban the PFI, and especially because the kind of the activities what they have been carrying out in Kerala, in Karnataka,
just by banning, you need to deconstruct the web. Just by banning an
Absolutely,
organization
that's
we've
what-
seen.
but why-
Do I need to tell you? Do I need to put the
Aishwarya.
example of Simi Sushil Pandit in front of him? No.
I don't. No.
It is
but
for
there
all
is
to
a-
see.
no,
You
no.
need to
See,
deconstruct
what
it
is- no, no,
because
what
it's a
is-
terror network.
Absolutely.
You are sending our
See,
youth,
absolutely, what has
the youth of
happened is-
India, to join ISIS, LET, and Al Qaeda, and you are saying just by banning an organization,
No.
the target is not
No.
complete. Sushil
Aishwarya,
Pandit.
See,
Sushil Pandit, then I'll come back to you.
Aishwarya,
Khaliqur Rahman, I'll come back to you. Yeah. Sir,
May I-
one by one. Please,
may I-
thank you. Please,
may I
please.
come in? Thank you
Peacefully,
so
peacefully.
much.
Thank you.
You start to
Thank you.
Please.
Thank you. Aishwarya, just by banning one organization, you cannot combat this Hydra-headed monster. When Lashkar was banned, Jamaat-ud-Dawa was born. When Simi was banned, PFI was born. You ban one organization, 10 more will come up. It is just a change of name, a change of signboard, the same people, the same network, but more importantly, the same theology, the same ideology, the same elements give birth to new Hydra-headed monsters. These are only manifestations. These are only symptoms. You have to expose and combat the poison spread by a theology that is based on hate and supremacist attitude. So long as the concept of kafir exists, so long as the concept of mushrik exists, so long as the concept of murtad exists, so long as wajibul qatl is justified in any theology, in any ideology, in any faith, these monsters will keep taking birth, will keep existing, will keep coming. So we need to combat the very root, the very seed. We need to deworm the entire system. The worms are deep embedded in the intestines. You cannot use mere palliatives to blow down the temperature. You cannot just catch hold of one Safdar Nagori. You will have several more replicas emerging year after year. In Hindi, it is called Rakta Beej. This is the very foundation, the mentality, the ideology, the belief in hate and supremacism, which gives birth to organizations such as these. And we need to combat that and not just the symptoms. You will see time and again. In
Khaliqur
Kashmir,
Rahman.
we have seen. You have
Sir.
now the resistance front. Earlier, it was Hizbul Mujahideen. Before that, it was Lashkar-e-Taiba and Jaish. It all started with JKLF.
Names will
They
change,
were
Sushil
all
Pandit.
the
Names will change.
versions-
Hence I say,
versions of
names
same
will change.
mentality.
Another organization will crop up. So just by banning something, you don't suffice. You don't achieve your target. You are absolutely correct. Khaliqur Rahman, do you understand why the government is doing it and why our sources are still saying that that Operation Octopus is just 60% over? And why it is the need
barely
to
scratched the
deconstruct this
surface.
web?
No.
60%
Khali-
is a very generous
Let
figure.
me tell you.
You have barely
let me tell
scratched
you.
the surface.
I mean, I think I can talk only
Okay,
if
sir.
Pandit, gives me a
Point
chance
and-
to
point
speak,
taken.
actually. Yeah. See,
No, okay, I am Khaliqur Rahman. Yeah, please carry on, sir.
Okay. Yeah. See, whatever the agencies are doing, whatever the police are doing, the crackdown, no Muslim in the country is against this crackdown on the PFI, because the activities of the PFI is very well known, and even the sources of their funding have also been exposed. So, I mean, those who are supporting PFI, I mean, they also have to be questioned, actually, if anybody is supporting them. But here, let me tell you very, very loud and clear that no Indian, and especially no Muslim in India would support any kind of extremist activity. And if anyone is involved, I tell you through your channel that the agency should crack down on them and should come down heavily on them. And now this has become a grassroots problem, because what we have seen is now, because earlier the Simi was banned, then later on in Jharkhand, they went to the court and then they got the thing vacated. But what happened after that? Then we had the
Khaliqur Rahman, what are you saying?
And
Khaliqur Rahman, what are you trying to say? No.
What
I have former DGP Uttar Pradesh, Dr. Vikram Singh.
Yes.
DK Giri, I'll come to you. DK Giri, I'll come to you. but I also have Naseem Khan of the Peace Party. नसीम खान साहब, आप हिंदी में बोल सकते हैं, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, लेकिन मैं पहले फॉर्मर डीजीपी उत्तर प्रदेश डॉक्टर विक्रम सिंह के पास जा रहा हूं. डॉक्टर सिंह, to deconstruct or to literally go, and as Sushil Pandit is saying, it's just scraping off. It's just scraping off as of now. How can someone support an organization about which the NIA is openly saying that it is not only supporting, it is sending our youth to join terror organizations like the LET, ISIS and whatnot? I am not even mentioning spreading terror through social media platforms, doing this. I am not even saying the other accusations. I am only saying this, sending our youth, the future of India, to join ISIS, Al-Qaeda and LET. And you have these people calling it political vendetta. Dr. Singh, former DGP Uttar Pradesh.
Good evening, Aishwarya ji. You have said it and articulated very, very well. I can only say that you've touched the tip of the iceberg, but the ground reality is that you name a single clause, a single crime in offense against property and offense against the body. It is the PFI is eyeball deep involved in these offenses. Starting from the Delhi riots to the Bengaluru riots, starting from the beheading, starting from the hijab controversy, exporting of our youth to the Middle East, converting them into suicide bombers, introducing them to LET, IS and the Al-Qaeda, and also creating a divide in the Hindu and the Muslim communities. I strongly welcome Khaliqur Rahman Sahab's statements that yes, Indian Muslims are resolute and do not depend on the likes of PFI for any being a shock absorber or to be the brand ambassadors. Our Indian community our Muslim community is vibrant, and they are represented by Brigadier Usman, General Atta Hasnain, Paramveer Chakra holder Abdul Hamid, and Deputy SP Shadab Rashid Khan and Rizwan, who are the pride of the UP STF and the ATS. The Muslim community does not have to depend on absolute third-rate organizations like the PFI. Now, Aishwarya ji, coming to the criminality and the deep funding, the 250 crores that they received, all ill-gotten wealth from the Middle East, they have in fact befooled the practicing Muslims and the pious Muslim families of the zakat donations that they received to look after the orphan, the destitute and the widows. They have misused for anti-national activities and for activities pertaining to crime and subversion. They have deceived and stabbed the Muslims in the back, and this is where the problem arises. The Muslims should realize that they have been taken for a ride and befooled by the PFI and the SDPI. Now, the investigating agencies are investigating this Hydra-headed Frankenstein. It is only, again, as I would say, just 5% of the evidence collected. The financial trail, the technological evidence, the field evidence, the circumstantial evidence, the financial trail that has come up are indeed so shocking and voluminous. The investigating agencies will take some while before they follow it up and give a befitting blow to the PFI, the SDPI and other of their cohorts and supporters in the support system. Now the problem is that if they reincarnate into another organization, the problem is not there. We banned the Simi, Indian Mujahideen came about. Indian Mujahideen banned, then we had something like the PFI. But it is not the question of reincarnation. It is the question that every person involved, his biometrics has to be taken, the Aadhaar card has to be taken, the PAN card and everything. So that even if he is identified fully, he cannot join any other organization. Aishwarya.
Nazim Khan. No, I understand your point. But आप मुझे बताएंगे Nazim.
Very well said, sir.
You're from Peace Party, right? आप Peace Party के प्रवक्ता है? No, DK Giri, I'll come to you. Khaliqur Rahman, I'll come to you. Why politics? इस पे क्यों राजनीति? इस पे क्यों आप आके एक स्वर में एक नहीं कह सकते हैं, एक साथ आके आप क्यों आप और काजमी साहब अलग अलग हैं? Why can't you come out and say कि आप खिलाफ हैं? आप PFI जैसी संस्था या कोई भी ऐसी संस्था, कोई अब इसमें आप हिंदू मुस्लिम मत कीजिएगा, क्योंकि ये हिंदू मुस्लिम की बात नहीं है. This is about India. This is about भारत. वो भारत आपका और मेरा बराबर है. वो जितना मेरा है उतना काजमी साहब का है, उतना आपका है, उतना खलीकुर रहमान का है, उतना ही विक्रम सिंह का है. और विक्रम सिंह जी, वो आपने नाम सुने जो आपको भी विक्रम सिंह जी ने बताया. विक्रम सिंह जी ने कहा वी डोंट नीड सच एन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. उन्होंने आपको आधा दर्जन नाम गिना दिए. नाजिम खान साहब,
ऐश्वर्या सर,
स्पोक्स पर्सन ऑफ द PFI, बोलिए जी, बोलिए.
सबसे पहले राजपुरी हमारा देश है, लेकिन जिस तरीके से बात अभी सामने आ रही है, मैं भी नाम गिना सकता हूं, लेकिन PFI जो है, सर PFI जो है एक आतंकवादी संगठन है. आप कह रहे हैं तो मैं कहता हूं उसे बैन करें।
एनआईए कह रहा है
सर
मेरे कहने से क्या होता है?
सुप्रीम कोर्ट
मेरे कहने से क्या होता
है?
है?
एनआईए की जांच में कई बार सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने कहा था कि हो जाता है, तो अब ये बताइए एनआईए की जांच, सर एनआईए की जांच को सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने भी कहा कि मुसलमान फंसाए
हो जाता है क्या?
बिल्कुल
सर क्या हो जाता है?
सर
व्हाट हैपेंस? देश देख रहा है आपको
सर, बिल्कुल
पीस पार्टी का प्रवक्ता है,
बिल्कुल मैं हकीकत बात कर रहा हूं।
पहनने से नहीं होता है पार्टी का कुछ, देश के लिए बात करनी होती है।
सर देश
यू हैव टू टॉक अबाउट इंडिया।
सर मेरे लिए देश सर्वोपरि है। आई एम इंडियन, मुझे गर्व है कि मैं भारतीय हूं, मैं भारत की बात करता हूं, इसमें हिंदू मुस्लिम वाली बात नहीं है। लेकिन मैं ये कहता हूं कि अगर कोई भी,
क्या कहते हैं आप?
सर कोई भी आतंकवादी अगर हमारे देश को नुकसान पहुंचाता है तो उसके हम कड़े शब्दों में मजहब।
पर अगर कोई ऐसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, डॉक्टर सिंह, you've been the former DGP, hence I'm coming, Sujata Pandey, I'm coming back to Dr. Vikram Singh. Why? Because you've been a top cop of a state like UP. You just gave us half a dozen names. I'm saying, he says when a terrorist, I am saying when you disguise yourself under such organizations and then you work not only against one community or this and that, against the country.
Disinformation.
And when you have a well-oiled machinery spread across 22 states, Dr. Singh, 22 states, and it has took them more than a decade, but they have been successful to knit this web across 22 states. Dr. Singh.
It should not come as a surprise, Aishwarya ji. Please understand who are the people behind them. Turkey, their premier intelligence agency, Pakistan, ISI, they are pumping money as if it's nobody's business. The bankrupt and the failed state of Pakistan has pumped no fewer than 200 crores into the PFI coffers, as also Turkey. And there's so much of Middle East money that is coming into the PFI coffers. You should understand that the 22 states, there are mercenary motives and there are people who would be more than willing to sell the nation for 13 pieces of gold. And that is where the problem arises. Our proud and patriotic Muslims have nothing to do with the PFI. Our proud and patriotic Muslims have nothing to do with, I reiterate, as you rightly mentioned, it has nothing to do with Hindu Muslims. It has to do with we Indians. मौलाना काज़मी साहब, मेरे भाई यहाँ मौजूद है आपके पैनल में, उनसे ज्यादा शानदार इंडियन कोई नहीं है, उनसे ज्यादा शानदार इंडियन कोई हो नहीं सकता। हम उनसे सीखते हैं कि कैसे भारतीय होना चाहिए। हमें गुरूर है मौलाना काज़मी साहब ऐसे लोगों से जिन्होंने दिशा सिर्फ मुसलमानों को नहीं, हम हिंदुओं को सबको दिखाई, वो रास्ता उन्होंने दिखाया।
मौलाना काज़मी,
ऑल अबाउट द फैक्ट that there has to be zero tolerance towards such activities, and it should not be now crushed in the bud. The time has come to absolutely obliterate it. Maulana Sahab.
Maulana Kazmi, the tagline is wrong, director. Tagline is wrong. Remove the taglines. Yeah.
फॉर्मर डीजीपी रहे विक्रम सिंह जी, अगर ऐसे, मैं समझता हूँ ऐसे राष्ट्रभक्त लोग हों और निष्पक्ष लोग हैं, मैं एक बात ये कहना चाहूँगा कि इस बीच में मुझे बहुत ही एक बात याद आई, अभी हमारे पंडित जी ने कहा, तो मैं सबसे पहले तो यहाँ से चलता हूँ कि जो दुनिया को ईश्वर ने बनाया, अल्लाह ने बनाया, हम उसका मकसद ये था कि ब्रह्मांड के अंदर सब इंसान अच्छी तरह से रहें, एक दूसरे का आदर करें। और प्रॉफिट मोहम्मद साहब ने एक पैगाम दिया पूरी दुनिया को, जब जुल्म जो है इतना आम था कि जिसकी लाठी उसकी भैंस, और उन्होंने आकर के उसे रोका। आज उन्हीं के नाम पे मैं कंडेम करता हूं और लोगों का आह्वान करता हूं कि जरा इस पे सोचिए कि जिन लोगों ने जैशे मोहम्मद, लश्कर तैयबा या हिजबुल मुजाहिदीन इस तरह के नाम रखे, तो मैं पहले ये कहता हूं कि वो तो पहले ही इस्लाम की तालीम से मुनहरिफ हो गए। इसलिए कि इस्लाम, अगर वो इस्लाम जो हजरत मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम का ये समझते हैं, तो वो ये है कि किसी को भी, किसी एक इंसान तो बहुत दूर की बात, किसी जानवर को भी नुकसान नहीं देना चाहिए। और अभी पंडित जी ने ये बात कही थी, बहुत ही प्यारी बात थी, अरे आपको इन सारी चीजों का अधिकार ही नहीं है। 2003 में जो आज सरसंचालक आरएसएस का है, मैंने उस प्रोग्राम को संचालित किया था और एक बात कही थी, कुरान के अंदर एक आयत है, तालो इला कलिमतिन सवाउम बैनना व बैनकुम अल्लाह नाबुदा इल्लल्लाह, आओ जहां तुम में और हम में आपस में इतना डिफरेंसेस हो जाए, इख्तलाफ हो जाए, तो तुम किसी एक पॉइंट के ऊपर जमा हो जाओ। तो अल्लाह, ईश्वर, खुदा, गॉड, हमारा मालिक एक है।
नहीं, लेकिन मैं तो ये कह रहा हूं काज़मी साहब, मैं तो ये कह रहा हूं, ये तो ना हिंदू की बात है ना ये मुस्लिम की। सुजाता पांडे एंड प्रोफेसर डीके गिरी फर्स्ट। जी बोलिए,
10 सेकंड में पूरी कर दूं बात।
बोलिए
क्योंकि विक्रम सिंह जी यहाँ बैठे हैं और हम एक मैसेज देना।
नो बट आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट पीएफआई। आप पीएफआई, हां
मैं ये कहना चाहता हूं कि पीएफआई हो या लश्कर तैयबा के नाम से जिन लोगों ने ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बनाई हो, इन लोगों को इस देश के नागरिक रहने का अधिकार नहीं है। और अगर वो ये कहते हैं कि हम सेवा के लिए आए हैं, तो ऐसी सेवाएं देश को नहीं चाहिए। आप अपना काम करिए, बल्कि सेवा नहीं। मैं आपसे कहना चाहता हूं इन संगठनों की गहराई से
डीके गिरी एंड सुजाता पांडे, थैंक यू सर। काज़मी साहब आ रहा हूं, काज़मी साहब वापस आऊंगा, थैंक यू वेरी मच। सुजाता पांडे एंड डीके गिरी फर्स्ट, सुजाता पांडे, because if I come to you first, he's not going to let any one of us here anything. DK Giri, make your point, 45 seconds. Yeah, DK Giri.
Okay, very brief point. Will anybody in the panel tell me, including Bikram Singh ji, why action has not been taken so far against PFI? We are, I think, engaging all in rhetorics. And we
who says action not been taken?
There is so much
DK Giri, you don't understand English these days or what? DK Giri, you don't understand English or Hindi these days.
We had several.
Hence I say, stop watching this. Hence I say, DK Giri, hence DK Giri, I'll tell you. DK Giri, I'll give you 30 seconds extra. Sujata Pandey, please don't worry. DK Giri, I'll give you 30 seconds extra, but listen to me. That's why I say, you need to stop. You need to stop going here and there. You need to stop. You need to stop at Republic.
And in the media.
DK Giri, are you listening or not, DK Giri?
This is all
DK Giri, are you listening or not? DK Giri, are you listening or not? No, nothing Aishwarya doing. Not no, calm down. DK Giri, listen.
It is all political.
DK Giri, listen. Thank you. Give me 10 seconds. You, DK Giri, you need to, DK Giri.
I would like to ask Bikram Singh.
That's your problem. You don't listen to anyone else. DK Giri, listen. That's your problem. You watch this takwa.
That's why.
You watch this takwak and you don't watch Republic, you don't get the real news.
You have no defense.
When you watch this takwak, you don't get the real news. Action is happening against PFI. But it is happening in a way. Can I have Bikram Singh also on air? It is happening in a way, it is required, not in a way which you want, DK Giri. And I'll again tell you, start watching Republic and stop watching this takwak. Stop watching this takwak and start watching Republic. You'll get the real news. I'll tell you, understand.
What happened yesterday?
Understand, DK Giri. Breaking news is coming in and I'll come back to the debate. First on Republic, Vijay Nair has been arrested. Huge. Breaking news is coming in as I say. First on Republic, it has been arrested. Arrest has been made in excise policy. It's a big news. It's a big news. He was accused number 8. He was accused number 8 or 9 in the FIR. He has been arrested. He has been arrested by the CBI. He has been arrested by the CBI. The name is on the Vijay Nair has been arrested. It's a big breaking news in the Delhi excise scam. I had to break this. This is big breaking news happening right now. The arrest has been made. The arrest has been made. I have with me my colleague Shavan Sen. Shavan, we are breaking this news first. Shavan, over to you. Shavan.
Well, Aishwarya, this is a big breaking news now coming in first on Republic TV. We are confirming that the Central Bureau of Investigation has made the arrest in the excise policy. This is the first big arrest that has been made. Remember, he has been...
Yeah, carry on. Carry on, Shavan. So that's the breaking news. I'm going to go back to Shavan within the next 30 seconds. A big arrest in the Delhi excise case. We are being confirmed by the CBI. We are being confirmed by the CBI. Shavan is breaking this news first. Arrest has been made in Delhi. Vijay Nair has been arrested. He was accused number 8 or 9 in the FIR. He has been arrested. Delhi excise policy row, Vijay Nair has been arrested. That's breaking news. First on Republic, viewers. Breaking first. This is a big news. Big news. Big news. I have to stop the debate for 2 minutes. I request all my panelists to stay. But this is big news. Liquorgate accused Vijay Nair arrested by the CBI. Huge lead. Vijay Nair has been arrested. He has been arrested by the CBI from Delhi. He has been arrested by the Central Bureau of Investigation. I'm going to be joined in by Shavan within the next few seconds from the Delhi newsroom. Shavan, have you joined me? I have Shavan with me. Shavan, over to you. Shavan, over to you. Breaking news, Shavan. Shavan. So I'm going to be joined in by Shavan soon with more. Liquor scam. Accused has been arrested. Vijay Naya has been arrested. Arrest has been made in Delhi. CBI has arrested. He was questioned in Mumbai. And now he has been arrested. First arrest in the Liquorgate scam by the CBI. It's the first arrest. First arrest in the Liquorgate scam by the CBI. Shavan is back with me. Shavan, it's a big arrest. Over to you, Shavan. Shavan, Vijay Nayar arrested. Shavan.
In fact, Aishwarya, First on Republic, we are getting an official confirmation right now from our top sources within the Central Bureau of Investigation that the first big arrest in the excise policy has already been made. We are now given to understand that Vijay Nayar was already called in for questioning. He's been examined twice in the past, but finally that big arrest being made by the Central Bureau of Investigation. Why exactly is Vijay Nayar so very important as far as the excise policy is concerned? The allegation essentially being that those who have drafted the Central Bureau, the excise policy includes not just bureaucrats, includes not just politicians. It turns out that private individuals like that of Vijay Nayar have played a very important role, a crucial role in drafting this entire excise policy, which has basically favored certain liquor licensees. In fact, it is given to understand that there was a quid pro quo in this entire matter. This is just the beginning, I'm given to understand.
So can we say liquor scam mastermind?
It is going to accept.
So can we say liquor scam mastermind?
There's absolutely...
No, because Shavan,
in fact, there
so now it's very clear. If you say that private individuals were making it, so it's about liquor scam mastermind, Shavan.
There's absolutely no doubt about the fact that the excise policy has been hugely influenced by certain private individuals. These private individuals are part of that entire lobby, which was basically making the money out of this entire excise policy. And the fact of the matter here is that the arrest would not have happened without the Central Bureau of Investigation having adequate details as far as the quid pro quo is concerned. Let's be very clear. At least over a dozen people have already been examined. Questions have been raised about the functioning of the Central Bureau of Investigation, about the fact that why did it take so much of time. I'm given to understand by my sources within the agency, Aishwarya, that they have examined over a dozen people. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. I'm also sticking my neck out to tell you, Aishwarya, for all our viewers who are tuning in, that the ball is rolling right now. In the days to come, it is expected that bigger arrest will also take place. Questions are also now being raised about who are these 3 to 4 individuals who are considered to be a close associate of Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia. One certainly happens to be Vijay Nayar. He's already been placed under arrest by the Central Bureau of Investigation. Let me just quickly take you to the basic allegations that have been leveled against Vijay Nayar and several others. Here, one is about influencing the excise policy. 2, it is about quid pro quo, which means that those who are drafting this excise policy in favor of certain liquor lobby, they were getting the money out of it. And that is the quid pro quo that we are talking about. Vijay Nayar is also responsible for the advertisement of this entire liquor policy. The fact of the matter is that there was tendering that was actually taking place, which was favoring a section. L1 licensees who are basically being favored. The fact of the matter is that 143 crore rupees, that is the amount that has been waived off by the Delhi government.
Shavan, the very fact that your sources are telling you, Shavan, that private individuals were involved. Private individuals were involved in drafting this policy. That in itself is now raising serious questions, Shavan. Serious questions. Whether it is about this individual who has been arrested called Vijay Nayar, who is said to be one of the close associates, or the others. The very fact that the Delhi Aam Aadmi Party government allowed private individuals to formulate a government policy.
Well, Aishwarya, if you ask the Delhi government, they are going to say Aishwarya, if you ask the Delhi government, they are going to tell you that this is completely baseless allegation. Let me just try and substantiate what I'm basically saying. There are about 4 to 5 individuals. At least one of them we are seeing he's been placed under arrest. The allegation is very clear that they have influenced this liquor policy. When I say influence, what does this essentially mean? This essentially means that when you are bringing in companies with an annual turnover of 150 crore as their turnover, and that is the capping that has been brought in as per the excise policy, then you are only favoring a section. You are only favoring a lobby of liquor traders. They are the ones who are being favored. The small time players have been completely eliminated from this entire process, and that is exactly what is happening in this particular case. Who exactly is benefiting out of it? It is a section. It is a section of the L1 licensees who are benefiting out of this kind of a policy, and Vijay Nair plays an important role. In fact, let's not forget about what really transpired when the Enforcement Directorate carried out searches at the residence of Vijay Nair in Mumbai. An Aam Aadmi Party leader was present at the residence of Vijay Nair in Mumbai. This was also a news break by Republic Media Network. We had basically broken the news that an Aam Aadmi Party leader was present at Vijay Nair's residence when the searches were being carried out. When he was asked this question, what were you doing at Vijay Nair's residence? He says that there is a long-term association. The fact of the matter is that Vijay Nair is associated with the top leadership of the Aam Aadmi Party. And this is not just a mere allegation that has been leveled by the central agency. They are also quantifying it by saying that they have come across digital evidence to basically prove that there is a close association of Vijay Nair with the top leadership of Aam Aadmi Party. At this point in time, I'm not taking the name of the top leadership of the Aam Aadmi Party simply because let this investigative agencies do that.
No, Shravan, but also this is just one. This is just the first arrest. As you said, ball is going to be rolling. There were 15, 16 names, and name number 1 was of Manish Sisodiya. Name number 1 in the FIR was of Manish Sisodiya. So this is just the beginning. As you are yourself suggesting that it is going to be ball rolling, Shravan. So are we expecting series of arrests in this case? Because this is the beginning. As you said, Shravan, over to you.
Well, in fact, Aishwarya, let's look at the larger picture. When I say the ball is rolling, I'm saying not only on the basis of information that I'm getting from my sources within the Central Bureau of Investigation, I'm also told by top sources within the Enforcement Directorate that there is a south connection. There is a south connection that is basically emerged in the excise policy. And in fact, I'm also being told that the Punjab link has also emerged. In fact, I can stick my neck out to give one more information to our viewers that the Central Bureau of Investigation, Enforcement Directorate have essentially found out that there is a large amount of money that has been pumped into the state of Punjab. Question here is that whether at all the Aam Aadmi Party has used certain funds that they have got for the elections in Punjab is something that is being investigated. That is what we can tell our viewers at this point in time, that there is a south connection, there is a Punjab connection. Answering your direct question right now, Aishwarya, whether at all there are going to be more arrests, yes, there will be more arrests. When will that happen? That's difficult to say. That's in the realm of speculation. But at the same time, I can tell you that in the last few days, when questions were again and again being asked...
Person number 1 in that FIR is none other but Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodiya. Because all of these, Shravan, all of these individuals, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, they are all behind number 1. Number 1 is Manish Sisodiya in that FIR, right, Shravan?
Okay, well, in fact, this is a case that I've been closely following with my sources within the agencies. I've been specifically asking this question to my sources: what happens to the Deputy Chief Minister? The fact that whether at all he is going to be called in for questioning by the Central Bureau of Investigation or by the Enforcement Directorate, they're completely tight-lipped about it. But as I understand, by following every small leads that I've been getting on this particular story, summons are supposed to come out very soon. But there is a high possibility. There is a high possibility. Let me underline this, Aishwarya, that they might just skip and they may just go ahead with some sort of a punitive action as far as this case is concerned. Now, why am I saying this? That's because I'm given to understand...
Absolutely, Shravan. Shravan, please stay. We are joined by Nalin Kohli. Nalin, first major arrest. Absolutely, Shravan. Shravan, Shavan, you're right. And we have senior BJP leader and their national spokesperson, Nalin Kohli, joining in. Nalin, first arrest and a big one. First arrest and a big one in the liquor scam and the daru scam. Nalin Kohli, over to you.
Aishwarya, this is a confirmation that the investigation is moving in the direction where it should be, towards unmasking the fraud, towards ensuring that the guilty are identified and action happens against them, towards protection of the people of Delhi against this kind of governance, where a policy which was running was reversed in favor of a policy that probably has led to hundreds, maybe thousands of crores exchanging hands. And thereafter, this new policy was reversed the minute the smell of a scam came out and the investigation began. So we have to wait to see what the agencies say. I'm sure that from the agencies, sooner or later, the media will get an input.
No, but Nalin, BJP has been saying that the main kingpin is Manish Sisodiya. They have been saying, BJP has been saying it is not only limited to these people, but Manish Sisodiya and then Arvind Kejriwal. Nalin, and our sources are saying, my colleague Shavan is also here. Okay, I'm going back to Shavan. Shavan, so the BJP is saying this is just the tip of the iceberg. This is exactly what your sources were also telling you, Shavan.
Well, in fact, the Bharatiya, just on a lighter note, Aishwarya, the Bharatiya Janata Party was extremely excited when they put out the sting. There were two stings that were put out by the Bharatiya Janata Party, simply saying that this was out in public domain. They have nothing to do with the sting, but the fact that this was out in the public domain raises some very serious questions because it is linked to the Marwas. It was also linked to Amit Arora. Now, when I spoke to my sources on the very day when these stings were broadcasted, was that all of this, whatever that you see in those very stings, they were already in the statements that have been recorded. CBI sources at that point in time indicated saying that there is absolutely nothing new in those stings, but they had adequate evidence. Now, the thing is that those stings are not something, does not have evidentiary value. That is the reason why you saw the Central Bureau of Investigation being extremely cautious. They were saying that they need enough evidence and they were working in the right direction.
Absolutely, Shavan, I'm going to come to you. I have Manjinder Singh Sirsa with me, Sardar RP Singh with me. I'm going to Manjinder Singh Sirsa first. Shavan, I'm just going to request you to hold on there. Manjinder Singh Sirsa, you did the first press conference from the side of the BJP. I still remember. Before the BJP top leaders jumped in. Sirsa Saab, arrest ho gayi hai, first arrest. And it's a big one.
See,
Manjinder Singh Sirsa.
Mr. Nair is a main kingpin. Nair वो आदमी था जिसने ये सारी की सारी पॉलिसी बनवाई शराब के लिए, एक्साइज पॉलिसी में लोगों को लेके आया, एक्साइज पॉलिसी कैसी होगी, कितने % प्रॉफिट होगा, ओबराइस होटल में और होटल लोधी में बैठकर सारी मीटिंग इसने की। ये वो आदमी था जिसने सारे होलसेलर्स के साथ रेट तय किया और फिर ये वो आदमी था नायर जिसने सारे होलसेलर से पैसे कलेक्ट करने के लिए दिनेश को साथ लिया और बाकी लोग जो पैसे, तो कलेक्शन भी दिनेश ने इसने नायर के माध्यम से हुई, पॉलिसी भी नायर के माध्यम से बनी और जिन लोगों को काम दिया गया वो भी नायर ने ही सिलेक्ट किए। तो नायर एक मेन किंगपिन था जो अरविंद केजरीवाल को रिपोर्ट करता था, मनीष सिसोदिया को रिपोर्ट करता था और नायर वो आदमी था कि जिसने मनीष सिसोदिया को रिपोर्ट नहीं किया, इनफैक्ट डिक्टेट किया ये पॉलिसी ऐसे 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 बनानी। मैं आपको एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट इसमें इनपुट देना चाहता हूँ। ये पॉलिसी जब ऑफिसर्स ने ड्राफ्ट की थी तो इसमें उन्होंने सजेस्ट किया था कि होलसेल का काम गवर्नमेंट के पास रहे और रिटेल का काम प्राइवेट लोगों को दे दिया जाए। इट वाज द नायर जिसने इस पॉलिसी को बदलवाने के लिए एक ग्रुप ऑफ मिनिस्टर्स की कमेटी बनाई और ग्रुप ऑफ मिनिस्टर्स से सजेशन ये दिलवाया कि नहीं, जो ऑफिसर्स का डिसीजन है ये गलत है, ये जो काम होगा होलसेल का ये प्राइवेट लोगों को दिया जाएगा और उसमें बकायदा 12% कमीशन की कॉलम ऐड कराई गई। तो इस नायर ने ना केवल दिल्ली में बल्कि बाद में पंजाब में भी ये पॉलिसी इंप्लीमेंट करवाने के लिए दिल्ली मीटिंग बुलाई मनीष सिसोदिया के घर में। तो ये बहुत बड़ा एक किंगपिन है जिसने ये सारा
Absolutely, Manjinder Singh Sir. Thank you so much for talking to Republic. I have Sardar R.P. Singh, national spokesperson of the BJP. Sardar R.P. Singh, we've just getting breaking news. Shavan is breaking that he was called in. He has been arrested for his role in cartelization and conspiracy with chosen licenses. He was called in for questioning by the CBI. First major arrest. Sardar R.P. Singh. Sardar R.P. Singh. Sardar Saab.
Well,
over to you.
Big news and big news breaking by Republic also that yes, he was a kingpin and a lot of layers will open now because he was a person who was there between all the people who were running the cartel and the government. He was a person who was conduit for adding on the commission, which added from 2% to 12%, and taking the kickbacks from of the 6%. And he will probably not tell to whom all the commission has gone and where the commission was used, where the money was used. So ultimately, the CBI has caught the right man, and then this man is very crucial to this complete scam. And it's just a matter of time when the complete piece.
Absolutely, I'm going to Shavan. I'm absolutely Sardar R.P. Singh. I'm joined in by Shavan. Shavan, you have some exclusive information coming in that under what charges Vijay Nair has been arrested. Over to you, Shavan. Over to you, Shavan. Absolutely. So I'm going to be joining in, but the breaking news is he has been arrested for his role in cartelization and conspiracy with chosen licenses. I repeat, and I'm going to be back after a very short break. Very short break, I'm back.
$11,000 placements last year. At Amity, we are committed to nurturing passionate, hardworking and proactive professionals.
In a joint action of Cobra 205, 29th Corps of the SSP and Aurangabad Police, raids were conducted at Maoist leaders' residence and a huge amount of bullets and weapons were recovered. The Supreme Court will hear two pleas filed by Eknath Shinde's camp of the Shiv Sena challenging disqualification notices issued against 16 rebel lawmakers who switched sides. The court will also hear the pleas that have been filed by Uddhav's camp challenging the appointment of Eknath Shinde as the Chief Minister of the state. In a bid to commemorate Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, the Eastern Command of the Indian Air Force in association with the Government of Assam is organizing an air show at Lachad Ghat today.
A NASA spacecraft rammed an asteroid at blistering speed in an unprecedented dress rehearsal. The galactic Grand Slam occurred at a harmless asteroid 9.6 million kilometers away, with a spacecraft named DART plowing into the small space rock at 22,500 kilometers per hour. Telescopes around the world and in space aimed at the same point in the sky to capture the spectacle. Though the impact was immediately obvious, DART's radio signal abruptly ceased, and it will be days or even weeks to determine how much the asteroid's path was changed. The USD $325 million mission was the first attempt to shift the position of an asteroid or any other natural object in space. Tuesday's collision was therefore just a technology demonstration and an experiment to assess the capabilities to do such maneuvers in future.
Look at what else is making news this morning. Prime Minister Narendra Modi left for Japan on Monday to participate in the state funeral of Shinzo Abe. The Prime Minister will meet Abe's wife Aki Abe during the 16-hour stay in Japan and is also slated to hold bilateral talks with his Japanese counterpart Fumio Kishida. Amidst the ongoing political crisis in Rajasthan, Congress, the former Deputy Chief Minister of Rajasthan, Sachin Pilot, has sought time to meet Congress's interim President Sonia Gandhi. This comes against the backdrop of Ashok Gehlot stalling Pilot.
This has exposed the PFI and SDPI. This man says is that give us 10 seconds in broad daylight and we will show you who we are.
Petrol bomb hurling case was reported in Coimbatore at the BJP office. protest had erupted outside a school in Kozhikode after a girl was not allowed to come to school wearing a hijab. In Assam, a clash that happened between two factions of the Congress party over who will lead Bharat Jodo Yatra.
High drama is likely to ensue in Punjab. BJP set to hold parallel Janta the Vidhan Sabha. The BJP leaders will discuss issues concerning people of the state in a move seen as a counter to the Aam Aadmi Party's government assembly session. In a big win for forces in the valley, Jaish terrorist identified as Abu Hurra has been neutralized in Kulgam. Incriminating material, arms and ammunition have also been recovered from the slain terrorist. In a joint action of Cobra 205, 29th Corps of the SSP and Aurangabad police, raids were conducted at Maoist leaders' residence and a huge amount of bullets and weapons were recovered. The Supreme Court will hear two pleas filed by Eknath Shinde's camp of the Shiv Sena challenging disqualification notices issued against 16 rebel lawmakers who switched sides. The court will also hear the pleas that have been filed by Uddhav's camp challenging the appointment of Eknath Shinde as...
Getting at that big breaking news on Republic TV, First Network to confirm the arrest made in the excise, the Liquorgate. Vijay Dyer has already been arrested by the Central Bureau of Investigation. Top sources also indicating that Vijay Dyer has been arrested for his role in cartelization and conspiracy with chosen licensees. In fact, Vijay Dyer was called in for questioning by the Central Bureau of Investigation. He was evasive with his responses, and not just that, he wasn't really cooperating with the Central Bureau of Investigation. One of the main grounds for him being placed under arrest. Taking a short break. On the other side, news and updates continue.
आग को फैलने से रोकना मुश्किल है, पर नामुमकिन नहीं। अब फायरवॉल टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम आग से बचाए।
11,000 placements last year. At Amity, we are committed to nurturing passionate, hardworking and proactive professionals.
High drama is likely to ensue in Punjab. BJP set to hold parallel Janta the Vidhan Sabha. The BJP leaders will discuss issues concerning people of the state in a move seen as a counter to the Aam Aadmi Party's government assembly session. In a big win for forces in the valley, Jaish terrorist identified as Abu Hurra has been neutralized in Kulgam. Incriminating material, arms and ammunition have also been recovered from the slain terrorist. In a joint action of Cobra 205, 29th Corps of the SSP and Aurangabad police, raids were conducted at Maoist leaders' residence and a huge amount of bullets and weapons were recovered. The Supreme Court will hear two pleas filed by Eknath Shinde's camp of the Shiv Sena challenging disqualification notices issued against 16 rebel lawmakers who switched sides. The court will also hear the pleas that have been filed by Uddhav's camp challenging the appointment of Eknath Shinde as the Chief Minister of the state.